So I'm making another one. Well, my camera's probably far. That's probably why my voice is soft, and I talk soft anyway. My uncle's finally going to watch Pawn Stars in the living room, so it's kind of quiet. I'm gonna start off with warming up a bit because I like the low notes. The hum and the buzz are just like, it's amazing. If you just hold the instrument, I don't know, like, sometimes I don't always get that, like, it's really bad, but if I don't practice for weeks and things like that and I pick it up again, then I start playing, you can feel the buzz in it. It's really cool. But you can also do it with the low notes, and I like the hum of it because I've gotten so good, it just sounds amazing. What are these, lip slurs? That's what they're called. I mess with them and make them sound different. I should stop slurring them though, because slurring them, it's so easy. I need to learn to tongue them because I need to get faster. Because professionals can tongue it pretty fast, and I want to be a professional, but I'm not there yet. That's a cool exercise. That's not a lip slur. That's just doing the scales, and it's a bit of an arpeggio, I think. I think I'm starting to call everything arpeggio, so I don't know. I have to think really hard about what my arpeggio is, but that one, because I know so many scales, I can sit there and link them together and keep playing and playing and playing and playing and going higher and higher. It's just going by half steps, and that probably doesn't make sense to anyone who doesn't ever play, but it does to music nerds like me. And it's pretty cool because then I don't have to stop playing, and I can work on every single scale and just not stop. And I'm playing for 7 years makes you do that. I'm gonna play Phantom of the Opera. I wish I had my real music because it's so much cooler and so much harder, and I cannot find it. Let's see. I like the song Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again. I haven't practiced this in a little bit, so it might sound kind of iffy. I don't like all of that song. I don't like playing book songs because they're usually pretty repetitious. All songs are kind of repetitious, but if you have the real pieces instead of the book version, you don't just get melody. You get what the composer wrote for your part, and sometimes it's not the original. Like, I was looking for my Lord of the Rings version as my uncle came in. I don't like talking in front of them because then it's just like, what are you doing? It's like, nothing, go away. Anyway. I have this other cool song. It's called Molly on the Shore. It's pretty hard. I'm probably gonna mess up a lot, but so this song's very messy, but the problem is I don't have the sheet music for that anymore because someone messed up my computer, so I scanned it all on the computer and it's my friend's music. And so when they restarted the whole computer, they erased it all. And I was very mad because Percy Granger, that's also by Percy Granger, and I love his songs because they present a challenge to me. And I don't like easy music anymore. It doesn't make you better. It's nice to play once in a while. It's like, oh, that's pretty, but I want something that makes me better. And Percy Granger does it. And so when he deleted Molly on the Shore, like I remember like the beginning page, then the second part, like the second page, the slow part, it's easy. So of course I remember that. And then the third page, I remember the last bit of it, but that's it. And it really sucks because that song is a lot longer and it's a lot faster. And I could play it 10 times better if I had the sheet music in front of me because I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple notes. Even when I like playing with the videos too. Let's see. I have lots of songs in my head. Pretty good ones. Lock Lomon's awesome. I already have a video of that, and I can do it better right now. The only problem is I wish I had my piccolo. Oh, it's not really mine, it's my band teacher's. So I had to give it back. I almost cried at the end of the year. He's like, all seniors that are borrowing an instrument, come bring it to my band room and turn it in. I was like, no. I only played piccolo for a year. At first I didn't like it, like not at the beginning of this year. I tried playing it sophomore year in Missouri when I lived out there for a couple of years, and it's a metal one. Metal ones aren't my favorite. Like, the one I tried out here is a wooden one, and that one I fell in love with because the sound is a lot warmer. And it's harder to play, it really is, but once you master the sound of it, and the pads were terrible on that thing. The pads on my flute aren't much better. They're supposed to be yellow, but they're white now. Yeah, but it cost $300 to fix it, and I don't have that money on me. But anyway, the piccolo had horrible pads, but despite that, I was still able to play it just fine, and it sounded way better than the metal ones. I had to borrow my friend's metal one because Mr. Bennett was like doing some project and had to use the school piccolo because mine was the only one that works really well. So I had to use my friend's that was metal, and it wasn't that bad, but I really missed the wooden one. And I also like, Loch Lomond is supposed to be like kind of an Irish, Scottish piece, and wooden instruments, like I said, makes that warm, nice sound, and I love that. And so when I had to use the metal flute for a while to practice, I kind of really missed it. Luckily, I got to use the wooden one for the performance because it's just like fits the piece. Anyway, this is Loch Lomond. I'm gonna play it all with my flute, even the solo. I could put it up an octave, the solo part, because it's doable, but no point because I'm probably gonna mess up on the fingerings. And the rest of it, I don't want to put it up an octave, the piccolo parts, because they're so high. The flute can reach like 4th octave F, but it's unreasonable. Oh, and I can't hit it either. That's why I get a piccolo to cheat. Two full measures of 4. And then it's the piccolo solo, which I actually use played with the clarinet, so it's a duet. This is it. Then the finale part, which I'm skipping about like 2 whole little sections on the music, but I can't remember those too well. They're short anyway, and they're not that important.